I'm doing a bunch of videos here on different platforms. It's about not really just living on the edge. It's about the pivot points or the transition points we all have in a very rich life. I'm reminded of the life of Steve Jobs. He had actually what I call the inner life of business. Did you know that he went to India in his 20s? He went in the 70s. He was incredibly impacted by a yogi called Paramahansa Yogananda. That's a mouthful, right? He also did many different things apart from business and coding. He did courses in calligraphy, he studied art, he was amazingly creative. My name's Chris Borrett, I'm a personal mentor, business coach and advisor. What I've seen over the years is we all have these transition points. You could call them crises, moments of opportunity, where we actually have to do something different to what we've been doing. That's what this series is all about. In my life, the very first pivot was running a couple of legal practices in Sydney for a number of years. I call that period the time of prestige and respectability. All the stuff that subsequently I became totally uninterested in. With that, of course, goes power and money and a whole bunch of choices. What happened? Steve Jobs, you may not know, at the very end of his life, impacted by his early years in India and this particular book, Autobiography of a Yogi, he handed out to all the people, or his wife did, at the wake and funeral celebration, a little brown box. And in that box was this book, Autobiography of a Yogi. Every year, since that time in India, when he went there and travelled there extensively, every year he reread that book. What I've found in life through all my different transition points, crises, if you like to call them that, opportunities some people prefer, I've found that there is an inner life of business and there's an inner life within us that we, at one point or another, we have to come to grips with, we have to face, encounter, head on. Does that make sense? You might be at that point now. If you are, there's another way around the obstacle. There might be a way through the obstacle. There might be a way over the obstacle. But there is a way to resolve the situation you're in right now. It might be staring you in the face. If you need a gentle nudge, if you need a few tips, innuendos, gentle persuasion, feel free to reach out anytime and we can have a talk.